This is what passes for a cemetery in Gaza these days. A mass grave with breeze blocks instead of headstones, numbers where there should be names. A lack of equipment makes the task of identifying bodies virtually impossible, leaving the bereaved unable to say goodbye. War has taken almost every comfort in Gaza. This flimsy tent is all Youssef has left, but the one thing she really longs for is answers about what happened to her sons. Youssef on the right was killed by an Israeli airstrike, but Firaz and Jihad to the left just disappeared.
ولا بننتمي لأي فصيل نهائيا يعني جهاد لما انفقد 16 سنة جهاد يعني لليوم بمشي بدور عليه بين الجثث بقول مش مشكلة أطمن إنه ميت.
What can she possibly tell her grandchildren when there's so many families in limbo here and so little help? Her sons may be in one of Gaza's mass burial grounds where the dead don't even have a name. The authorities say 1,500 bodies have been recovered from the rubble, 560 more retrieved from the Israeli authorities. One day they hope to identify every one of them. That day is a long way off.
In many cases, there are no personal effects found on the body. The body is decomposed to the extent that we cannot do visual identification. The remains are buried as unidentified, but ensuring that they have a unique code where the person is buried to ensure traceability.
Other families know where their dead are, they just can't reach them. Ayad Abu Jared leads the civil defence team in Gaza, tasked with sifting through the rubble. He says he gets more than 10 calls a day from bereaved families begging for his help, but the job is impossible. The civil defence team doesn't have a single excavator, he says. We depend on the Red Cross to give us a few hours with theirs so that we can recover bodies. The Israeli authorities say equipment described as dual use requires extra caution. Without mentioning tunnels specifically, they say they need to prevent Hamas from exploiting it for military build-up. But May just wants the digger to reach her missing sister. So far, all that's been uncovered is her favourite soft toy, which she refuses to let go of. I remember playing with my little sister using this toy moments before she died, she says. I came here hoping to say a final goodbye. Moments later, she's called over. Iyad's team has found the remains of her uncle. This is what counts as good fortune in Gaza, because in this second summer since the war began, more often its victims are just clothes and bones. One man trying to give the dead some dignity is Dr. Ahmed Dar. One of just 10 forensic medicine experts in Gaza, he's showing a Red Cross team what little equipment is left.
We have a space now, yes, but not in a human way, to put it in.
And when it is full, what do you do?
On the floor.
But many bodies are incomplete, sometimes little more than fragments.
This is bone.
With no DNA testing equipment left, his team does what it can.
We took from every unidentified a specimen, like for perhaps in near future we do a DNA.
Sometimes there are clues. He's called in this man, who is still searching for his 2 children, buried beneath the rubble. His team have found documents identifying the cousin who was with them when they died. It's something, but there's still no trace of his children. And for others, equally desperate for answers, there's nothing at all. When Israel returned 480 bodies after the ceasefire, less than a quarter could be identified. In the end, relatives had to be asked whether there was anything they recognised.
Well, within 2 weeks, the families approached to us and identify this person. Others cannot be identified. Even the family cannot identify. We just only take the measurements, documenting the cases, and take a DNA specimen for further examination.
But the longing for anything left of them can be as crushing as the concrete itself. Lena lost 28 members of her family, when an Israeli airstrike hit this building. More than 2 years later, her loved ones are still under the rubble. Lena was the only survivor.
يعني أنا كتير حكولي ولحتى الآن بيحكولي إنه أهلك صار لهم 2 وشهرين شو حتلاقي، ما أظن إنك تلاقي جثث. رغم هيك أنا مصرة إنه أنا أطلعهم من تحت الركام.
Until then, this is the only grave she has for them. In Gaza, resting in peace is a luxury not even the dead are afforded. Rachel Younger, News at 10.